can I do this or am I just being scared? You know, and like you feel like, especially, I don't know, as a guy too, I'm like, I gotta man up and get this done. Like I can't, I can't stop what my mission is or what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm having a hard time. Like we have to push through.
So today I'm talking to Cory. He has choroideremia the same as I do. He's a content creator. He is awesome. You are going to absolutely love him. I know I always say that, but trust me, this guy is cool. So enjoy. Okay, Cory, the platform is yours. Tell everyone about you and a little bit about your condition.
Okay. All right. Well, my name is Corey. I go by Legally Blind No Limits on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I'm a native New Yorker who's currently living in the Caribbean. Man, I'm a big sports fan, even though that's kind of dwindled a little bit because of my eyes. I try to play some video games with my son, but he beats me. He's 6 years old, so he beats me a lot nowadays. My condition is called choroideremia. I grew up thinking I had retinitis pigmentosa up until about 16, 17 years old, and did some testing, confirmed that. And yeah, I guess I'm one of the guys who has never had night vision and has had vision kind of disappear on him. It feels like overnight in a lot of ways, but man, I'm figuring it out. I'm fighting through it, and I'm enjoying life as much as I can.
Choroideremia, and you were in New York, weren't you, before?
Yeah, yeah.
So where did the switch come from? At what point did the move from New York to Dominican Republic happen?
So that actually happened last June. Well, June of 2024. We were actually living in New Jersey, even though I'm from New York. But we made that change, man, because oh my gosh, there's actually a lot of reasons. But one of the main things was just trying to survive with my new reality, right? Like I couldn't work how I was used to working previously, and the cost of life, the cost of having a family and kids is it's a lot, especially for a guy like me who was trying to navigate a lot of these things without help and kind of running away from my condition in a lot of ways. So the idea to relocate here, my wife is from here. A lot of her family with young kids, the same age as my kids, they moved here recently, and it just looked like it could be a really cool thing. It looked like adventure. It looked like fun and family time. And for me, my whole thing was if I'm going blind, I'm going to go out with a bang. So to be in paradise and to be doing all the things that I'm doing, seeing all the things that I'm still able to see a little bit, I'm enjoying it, and it's been a lot of happiness and peace for my whole mental. So yeah, it's kind of a lot wrapped into that.
I love that, man. I absolutely love that. It's such a cool thing because we can feel so helpless and all this bad stuff is happening to us, and just taking it back and having the power and saying, you know what, I'm going to move somewhere completely different and go out with a bang. I love that, man. That is cool.
It definitely took a lot, man. The journey of, and I know you know this, but the journey of saying, okay, I need help. It's such a big one. And I was running from that my entire life up until like a year and a half, 2 years ago, man, to be honest. And I'm so grateful that I had that realization. Not like I could really hide it anymore anyway, but that was definitely the start of a lot of things and changes in my life, and it's helped a lot.
Mate, that was awesome. That was good. That was good. So, as a fellow choroideremia sufferer, what is daily life like for you now you're in paradise? How has it changed?
Varies, right? I my family, I have close relatives who didn't know I was struggling with this because they would only see me, with my other like my mom, my dad, my sister at our house, at their house, places I was comfortable. But if these people saw me going to and from work, you know, 8 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, they would probably think I was somebody completely different. Nowadays, well, actually, I should say, um, I say that because I used to count how much times I said sorry to people going to my job or from my job because I would just I'm walking into people, I'm like, sorry, sorry. I would count so much numbers and it would stress me out so much, but I just wasn't talking about it to anybody, right? And I feel like a lot of us with choroideremia, with retinitis pigmentosa, because I know a lot of the symptoms are the same. Probably a lot of us with eye and vision struggles in general, we we kind of go through that where it's like, can I do this or am I just being scared? And like you feel like, especially, I don't know, as a guy too, I'm like, I gotta man up and get this done. Like I can't stop what my mission is or what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm having a hard time. Like we have to push through. So that mentality, at least years ago, definitely kind of trapped me into a lot of the mistakes I made and a lot of the dangers I was facing. Nowadays, man, like now that we've been here, my day-to-day life is much easier, slower. I am with my kids. I help my wife drop them off in the morning. The good thing is my son has picked up soccer or football, as you know, as my friends in the UK and even our friends here in the Dominican Republic call it. But the cool thing is that footballs are white and black or white, and our street is black. So I can't keep up with him that much, but I can kind of pretend to keep up with him. So that's definitely a way I've adjusted, but. Man, it's a journey, man. I'm fortunate to be able to be at, beaches. Like we're going to the beach this weekend. We're in rivers, we're in mountains and hiking, and we're getting so much nature in, which is the opposite of what life was like, back in the States. We were kind of just on a rush and just kind of just madness to keep up, work, 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 go, go, go. We've been able to breathe here, and especially with me and my eyes, I've been able to really try to appreciate everything I've have and everything I've seen and everything I'm doing with the people I'm doing it with, and it's been a lot easier to take a breath and enjoy what's in front of me versus worrying about what's to come, if that makes sense.
It does, yeah, absolutely. And something that I really enjoyed with what you were saying is that we all, I think, as men with sight problems, we go through the whole denial and let's just
Yeah,
push through it.
yeah,
And exactly the same, we have these moments where we just put ourselves at so much risk. And mine, as you know, was
yeah,
this year not seeing my
yeah.
dog after pushing through and falling down the stairs. And it took something that big for me to go, you know what, like I need to slow down. I need to just be careful. And I love that. Maybe I need to get Lauren to move us to Dominican Republic. We will see. I'll keep you posted. I'll give you a message if we're gonna move out there.
Hey, when you come to visit, I think we will have an amazing time, and it's just nature, man. The closest thing to nature I used to get would be like scary woods and not wanting to have anything to do with that. Now it's like, man, just taking a moment to enjoy the swaying leaves of a palm tree and the sun and the blue sky and the water. It's like it changes things for sure, man.
Definitely. No, I'm sold. I'm there.
Can't wait for you to come, brother.
Absolutely right. So, Cory, you know that I love your channel. I love your videos. They're so much fun. And what I wanted to ask you is, how does choroideremia focus you into creating the content that you create?
Well, first of all, that's an amazing question. I want to say choroideremia has been very tough on all of our lives, right? Anybody with a vision struggle, we all have stories of just trying to figure this thing out and fight through. My shocking moment, which kind of turned my life around, was about, oh man, yeah, it's about 2 years ago now. I had an eye doctor pretty much cursed me out, man. He was really upset at me because I was avoiding making an appointment with him for years. He's a retina specialist, and I finally went to him and had him, do the visual field test and do some tests that I should have been doing. And he was so upset at me because I didn't know any resources. I wasn't taking advantage of any resources. I didn't know how to help myself. I wasn't using a white cane. And I was obviously putting myself through a lot of danger. That moment started my journey of asking for help, or at least looking at help and figuring things out on my own. And um, because I started doing it, I kind of had the revelation of like, man, how many people like me are running from their, condition? How many people like me aren't getting the help that they need, whether it's something as simple as using a white cane or learning Braille to prepare for the future, or, the assistive technology, the apps that make life so much easier that I take advantage of now. I figured if I could help somebody get to those things sooner, it was worth making content, even though I really didn't want to hear my voice, man. I really didn't want to, I really didn't want to see myself in front of a camera, but that moment and that revelation, I figured if I could help somebody, it was worth it. And that's what started, my content creation journey.
And I love it, mate. I absolutely love it. It's strange because I felt exactly the same about my stuff, and I know that you've given me compliments about what I'm doing in my videos and stuff, and I still feel exactly the same. I didn't want to be in front of the camera. I hate the way I sound, the way I looked, mate. Honestly, exactly the same. Yeah, I look at your stuff and I'm like, man, this guy is just, mate. I just love it. So it's a
I
bro,
appreciate it,
it's a
man.
bromance, man. It is a big bromance,
For
and
sure.
also you were the first guy with choroideremia that I was sort of contacting, and I was like, well, I might have that. So that's interesting. And then when I got my phone call, I just voice noted you straight away and was like, mate,
Yeah.
I've got it. We are connected.
Yeah,
But yeah.
man. Is that how you found me, by the way? Like, were you searching Choroideremia or something?
Well, it was like a happy coincidence. I can't remember
Oh,
what I was
wow.
doing. I mean, I spend a lot of time on YouTube, and I was just looking at stuff, other things that people are creating. And one of your
Mm.
videos came up, and I clicked it, and it was the blind hacks, which I know we're going to talk about.
Oh, fair.
And I literally I copied it and sent it to Claudia, and I was like, man, I just love the way this sounds, how it looks. I was like, this is amazing. You got to check this out. And
That's
then when I
dope, man.
clicked
I
into your
appreciate it.
stuff, it was like,
Yeah.
choroideremia. That's mad. So
So
yeah,
funny.
it was
Oh
all
man.
good.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the algorithm for showing
Yeah,
you
but that's it. That's how it
stuff.
works. But we're so similar. I feel like
Yeah,
we're kind of very close. That's cool.
definitely, man.
So the blind life hacks, we've got to talk about it because I believe I'm going to be on it.
You definitely are. You definitely are. As long
Spoiler
as quality
alert.
allows you.
Spoiler alert, I'm going to be on it, and I've told Corey I'm going to absolutely smash him, so it's going to
Yeah.
be good. But that in particular, it got me. I just loved it. What was the influence for you to do that?
Man, so um just going back to my revelation and trying to figure things out, when I was learning about the different apps that were out there and just the different tricks to make life easier. I remember I was on the phone with my cousin. He's actually the one I did the first two videos with. And we were just on the phone. I was like, man, have you ever like actually looked up some of these tips and tricks to like help our eyes? Because there's some helpful stuff. And we're talking about it, and I just couldn't help but shake the idea of it'd be so cool to make this like a sport in a way. Like if we could make this like a sport, it'd be so much fun. A lot of people have hacks and tips for, to adjust to blindness. But everything seems very serious. It's very, factual, which obviously is needed. But the way I am, I feel like I'm a kid at heart, and I just thought it would be cool to kind of mirror it to a video game or gaming or sports in general. And me and my cousin, we spoke about how we can do that, and it was born from that, and it's been really fun.
It's honestly, it's so good. It's such a cool concept. I was just like, man, this is so good. I'm so excited to be
I'm
to
happy
be
you
in
like
it.
it, man.
Yeah, honestly, it's so good. And I know, again, going back to your channel and growing, YouTube can be so frustrating and so
Oh
slow,
my gosh,
and it's like
for
what
sure.
you have. It's oh man, it's just cool. It is very cool.
Yeah.
I'm predicting big things. At some point, you're gonna blow up with this sort of stuff, man. And all basically, I'm getting you now so that
I appreciate
when you're up there, I can be like, mate, remember me? Like, help me out, you
we
know?
will be there together, my brother. Man, I think it's funny, like making content and stuff. Um, the the most fun thing about it is, I feel like we're just making things that we are going through, that we're experiencing, and there's going to be moments where, yeah, we're serious and we're sharing a story and all that sort of thing. And a lot of, content creators in our niche, blind, visually impaired niche, are doing that. I just felt like I'm way more of a clown than that, and, and I felt like I have to be true to myself. If I could laugh on camera and get other people to laugh and have a good time, I just felt like that was more my style. And um, fortunately, I'm able to create the content that I think is funny and I enjoy, because that's what it's about, man.
Yeah, I get, mate. It's cool. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna be posting all the links to your channel, and hopefully,
Oh, I appreciate it.
people that haven't watched it are gonna just go watch it because it is quality. It's good fun. I
Oh
love it.
man,
I love
thank
it,
you.
man. So it's cool. It's cool. Right. So I mean, it sort of it gives me a little bit of ammunition for when we go head to head, right? Because I need to know what I'm up against. So what is your biggest blind life hack?
Oh man. You know what? I've definitely thought about this, and as much as I want to say, and I probably wouldn't put this in a video because it's probably too simple and too deep at the same time, but it's probably either being open to getting help with our eyes and our situation, or maybe even before that, just accepting what we're actually going through. Because for me, and I know for a lot of us, just going back to denial is such a real thing, man. And like not wanting to face what we're going through and hiding it and running from it is such a big thing. I think once you start to say, okay, how do I make this better? Like I have this, how do I get better? How do I get help? How do I figure this out? That's the biggest life hack, and I think that everything else will come from that. But I won't put that in a battle because I don't know if I'm gonna get 0 points for that or 100, so I don't want to risk it.
It's a big one. Because actually I had sight loss counselling. It's a thing that RNIB do in the UK, and
Oh,
one of the
amazing.
first things that I went through was accepting that I'm vulnerable as a blind person. But that actually gives you so much strength because once you just like I say accept that, hey, this is the journey I'm on, it
Yeah.
allows you to do so much with it. So
Oh my gosh, it's the biggest game changer I think all of us can do, and a lot of us don't, right? For a ton of reasons, but that's to me the biggest life hack that won't show up in a battle.
no, that's cool. You're saving it. I know you're saving it for. We'll see. I have.
Maybe, maybe. I don't know.
I
I
think.
gotta figure out how to make that fun.
Yeah, I'll think about how to overcome that and do better. But yeah, that's cool. So Corey, I've absolutely loved chatting to you, as hopefully everyone can see. But I always like to finish these videos with you leaving the viewers with one piece of advice. So what is your message for everyone watching this today?
One piece of advice. I think no matter what we're going through, no matter how hard life gets, no matter how hard a moment is, we will get through it. We will thrive. We will overcome it. And having a community, having people like us together, it's definitely saved my life. And I believe that it has the power to change and improve a lot of our lives. So don't be afraid to get help and reach out to people. I mean, obviously you have an amazing man here in Rob who is sharing his story, but also is a catalyst for conversation and feeling together. I think that's so important for people like us to get through it, man. Because there's days where I'm definitely down, and things pick me up over time. And as much as I make videos and I'm giving at least guidance, I'm sharing stories, I'm definitely not a pro at this. So just being around other people like me, like us is a game changer. So don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to reach out to, a content creator, somebody, because I think we are way more open to that and wanting that, relationship than I think it might come across. So